everyone, and welcome to the holiday episode of Booked Up, a TV show featuring the adult collection and programs at the Peters Township Library. I'm Diane, the circulation manager.
And I'm Mary, head cataloger.
Mary, can you believe we've been doing this show for over a year, so this is actually our second holiday episode.
Hard to believe.
I know. I went back and looked at last year's December episode, and I talked a lot about new Christmas books, new Christmas movies, new Christmas music. So I thought this year I should do something different, but then I changed my mind and decided that I'm going to talk about new Christmas books, new Christmas music, and new Christmas movies.
You are consistent.
You know me, I love Christmas. Well, I have to admit that this year, with all the craziness and negativity that we've been surrounded with for months and months, I started listening to Christmas music on November 6th and watched my first Hallmark movie shortly after. There's something that's very comforting about the sweet storylines, and you know, everybody's always happy. It's always a perfect ending. We have over 100 titles in our adult holiday movie collection, and many more like crossover movies in the children's department as well. We have something for everyone. Miracle on 34th Street, It's a Wonderful Life, Scrooge, Elf, and then the not so classic movies like Holiday in Handcuffs, A Merry Friggin' Christmas.
I have to say,
whatever toasts your marshmallows, Mary.
I have not seen either one of those, I have to say.
And also, as more people have been cutting the cable and don't have access to the Hallmark channel, we've been adding more of the Hallmark Christmas movies to the collection as well. Those are really the gold standard.
It's good that we have these on DVD. People would miss having access to these.
Yeah, I agree. Well, if you think that we have a lot of Christmas movies, can you guess how many Christmas music CDs we have?
I probably could because I cataloged them to begin with.
Well, at last count, there were 162. There weren't a lot of new Christmas CDs being released this year, but we did add a couple. We just got the Christmas record, Little Big Town. And we have on order on its way Dianne and Shay's It's Officially Christmas, which should be really good. Honestly, if you have the Michael Bublé Christmas CD, this is all you need.
In life. Yeah.
Just put it on and put it on repeat every day between now and January 2nd.
Well, we know that he is your husband in a parallel universe. So.
Yes. I'd like my Christmas wishes to go to that universe.
That would be great.
Well, as you're browsing our fiction collection, you will undoubtedly see lots of books with this big orangey red dot on it. That's how we distinguish our holiday books.
And we do have some Hanukkah books as well. And for those, we put a blue Jewish holiday label on top of that red dot, orangey red dot,
yeah.
To identify those. So that's how you can browse for them in our stacks.
Yeah, I don't even want to guess at how many Christmas books that we might have in our collection. It seems like every year we add at least 10 to 15 new ones.
Usually more. And the earliest one we got this year arrived at the library in June.
That's crazy. We usually have a display out in the lobby with some of our holiday books, but many, many more can be found scattered throughout the library and in our new book area. Well, let's take a look at our slide, some of our recent additions this year. All I Want Is You by Fallon Ballard. That looks so cute. I read the description on that one. Mm-hmm. The Merry Matchmaker.
Well, Sheila Roberts puts out one every year.
Yeah.
So some of these
and
authors,
many other books during the year.
Yeah, but Christmas every year, yeah.
The Christmas Tree Farm, the Christmas Inn, The More the Terrier.
Oh, David Rosenfeld, he does that
so
cute. The Andy Carpenter series where his golden retriever helps him solve.
Yeah.
I think one of his other Christmas ones was Santa's Little Yelpers.
Oh.
So he always does a pun title.
The covers are definitely the best.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone This Christmas Has a Secret. This is the same author that wrote everyone in my family has killed someone, so I'm guessing this is not your typical Christmas story.
Yeah, you don't want to hang out with them at Christmas.
No. And 8 Very Bad Nights, a collection of Hanukkah noir.
Yeah, that's a collection of Hanukkah short stories.
Yeah. Well, this is one that I picked up for myself. Can't wait to get into this. It's a charming story about a woman who creates window displays for a department store in New York City. Pretty much my dream job. Well, when she wakes up on Christmas morning, she finds that it's Christmas Eve again. So she keeps reliving over and over again Christmas Eve every day until she gets the perfect Christmas holiday.
That sounds like another holiday movie I know.
What could it be? With a cute little groundhog?
During the month of February, yeah.
Well, now that we have everyone hopefully in the Christmas spirit, we are going to throw things over to 2 of our favorite little elves, Sydney and Dani.
Hi, it's elf number 1, Sydney.
Elf number 2, Dani. Hello.
And we're here with the best part of Booked Up, the programs and events happening at Peters Township Public Library. But before we get into the holiday mindset, we're going to take it back to an even better holiday, Halloween.
We're going to the ghosts of Christmas past. Come on, man. Dickens, Christmas Carol. This is the holiday. Get it?
There's your.
Okay.
There wasn't an applause card, so I didn't have to laugh. So we have a slide that we're going to throw up right now, and it is pictures from one of our large events that we had this last fall. In October, we did our Books and Brews event. So we had it's not Books and Brews.
No, that's the
Booze, Brews, and Books.
Yeah.
The Midnight Carnival.
There we go. You can see up there we had lots of people in costume. We had close to 100 people come out to attend our event. There's staff there dressed up. That was our character artist that came. And there's our new reference library, and you can tell her job is just killing her. See what I did there? Sorry. I'm so sorry. But it was a great event. This was only our second event. We're looking forward to next year to bringing it back in 2025. We don't have our theme yet, but we are working on it. We're already discussing some ideas. So
yes, we have a lot of great ideas, several bad ideas, but we'll come up with something fun. It's
Super
always
fun.
a great thing.
It is.
Yeah, and then another fun thing that happened this fall was the 6th annual Novel November with funded by the Peters Township Library Foundation. So we have another slide for that. So every year the foundation brings out a best-selling author. So this year was Patrick Radden Keefe.
Patrick Radden Keefe is a contributor for the New Yorker magazine, as well as an investigative journalist who does nonfiction books. His books addressing the opioid crisis, where Empire of Pain was quite prolific, really. And then his book, Say Nothing, is actually, I believe it was this week, maybe last week, was just released on Hulu. So you can see our pictures right there. Our Library Foundation does an amazing job. Like Sid said, this was the 6th year. Patrick Radden Keefe was amazing. If you haven't attended, please make sure you come next year. And we're excited to announce next year's author is S.A. Cosby. S.A. Cosby is a mystery thriller writer. Kind of his genre is Southern crime fiction. So we're really excited. And as you can tell, a lot of diverse best-selling authors come. So it's a great event. So look for that in November of 2025.
Mm-hmm. Now for December of 2024, right?
Ghosts of Christmas Present.
Yes.
Now we're back.
We have a few more history programs coming up in December. So we're We'll be wrapping up our World War I series we've been doing on December 5th. We'll have Todd DiPastino coming out to talk about the Christmas truce. So it's the 110th year anniversary of the start of World War I in 1914.
Such a mouthful.
Yes, so the Christmas truce was 1914, so 110 years ago. So Todd DiPastino will be giving that talk December 7th. We're doing a Remembering Pearl Harbor presentation. Glenn Flickinger, he's on the board of the Veterans Breakfast Club. His mom was actually a nurse and was working in Pearl Harbor when the attack happened. And my great-grandfather and his brother were both stationed on the St. Louis during the attack, which was a cruiser there in the harbor. So we're going to be sharing some personal family stories as well as, you know, giving context to the day and remembering it. And then the next week, we have three in a row, tic-tac-toe, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Say that 3 times fast.
Yeah, we have a learn and lunch with the Pittsburgh Zoo, doing the learning part, not the lunching part.
No. Oh, I'm so sorry, everybody. No.
So the Pittsburgh Zoo will be coming out and talking about like the history of the zoo, how they started, everything from like how they get their animals to what it is present day and some of their big plans for the future. And then after that, we'll be providing a light lunch. So that's Thursday.
Yes, you are intending for the Lunch and Learn, depending on how this first one goes, to become a regular occurrence here at the library, correct?
That's the plan.
And this one does require registration, so we know how many people are
Absolutely.
attending and how much lunch to be provided for, correct?
Yep, a roozy.
Okay. All right, what's next? What's next?
So that's Thursday. Friday, we have the December 13th is the Marquis de Lafayette. So you may not know this, but 2026 is the 250th year from 1776. And so in 2025, it's 250 years from the Marquis de Lafayette's tour through the United States. So he actually came through Washington County and stopped in Washington in 1775. I hope I'm saying this right. If you're a member of the Daughters of American Revolution, you're working on this program, and I said it wrong, I'm so sorry. But the Daughters of American Revolution and Deb Davis will be coming out and doing this presentation, providing light refreshments afterwards. And then Saturday, we have On the Rocks, which is a local restaurant history presentation.
Rocks,
Yeah, so the presenter is actually the daughter of the owner of the restaurant whenever it had been open. So she's going to come out and talk about some local history, some of the folks that came through.
Yeah, that's some infamy happened in that restaurant, if I'm not mistaken, with some local Pittsburgh characters over the years. It sounds like a lot of fun, I think.
Yeah, so 3 in a row for December.
Yeah, that's a lot. Never a dull moment. I'm going to take this time to talk about our book club kits of the month, which we just started on our last episode. So every month we are going to feature our book club kits. If you're not familiar with that yet, that is a collection of 8 books with a discussion guide that can be checked out from the library to use for your book clubs, or if you're just getting together with your friends and want to discuss, everything is provided in the bag and all the materials are there for you. So for December, our book club pick is A Red Bird Christmas by Fannie Flagg. You might recognize this author from the very popular Fried Green Tomatoes at the Whistle Stop Cafe, as well as numerous other novels that she's written, and of course the movie Fried Green Tomatoes, which I don't know how anybody does not love that movie. That movie is amazing.
It's amazing. So, wonderful.
Again, you get the idea of how Fannie writes. And A Red Bird of Christmas is just the read this holiday season for anyone who loves warm, cuddly, feel-good books. So that is our December pick. And then our January book club pick of the month is Flush, a biography by Virginia Woolf. This was actually published in 1933. And very excited to talk about this book because this became a book club kit based on a recommendation from our afternoon book club that meets every month at the library. In fact, we just had this book club discussion yesterday, and it was a really good discussion.
Would you say Flush is fresh?
Oh my gosh, Flush is fresh. If you're not familiar with this tale, which honestly I was not, this story is about the life and personality in the world of Elizabeth Barrett Browning intimately portrayed in a biography of her pet Cocker Spaniel. So the book is told through the voice of her dog, Flush. This is classified as a classical work of biographical fiction told by an animal, which I need to talk to Mary about that, because that is the most unusual classification of book I have ever heard.
But you found another one.
I did. So I wish I would have thought this. This is my challenge read for everybody out there that's watching and loves a good book discussion. To go along with Flush, I recommend the book The Art of Racing in the Rain by Garth Stein. This was published in 2008. This is also a book that is told from the voice of a dog, from Enzo, who knows he's different from other dogs as he is a philosopher with a nearly human soul and an obsession with opposable thumbs, because what dog does not wish they had opposable thumbs and could open up the refrigerator? So if anybody wants to really, add on there, I think the discussion between this 18th century society dog and a modern day race car driving dog would make for a really, really good book club discussion. So those are my picks for December and January. You can find them at the library, and you're able to check them out just like you would check out any other circulating material.
And if dogs aren't your thing, we have dragons. So
I do like dragons too.
Dragons
I'm
are a
happy to
good
talk
time.
about dragons. Yes.
In January, there is a highly anticipated book that'll be coming out, and it is Onyx
Storm.
Onyx Storm, yeah. So it's the third book of the Empyrean series by Rebecca Yarrow. So the first one was Fourth Wing, the second one, Iron Flame. Do you know how much those two books have circulated at our library this calendar year for 2024 so far?
I don't know. How many, Sydney?
Well, let me tell you, together they have circulated 365 times. That's all the copies in Washington County.
That's
so
awesome.
Fourth Wing's gone out 199 times, and then copies of Iron Flame have gone out 166. So
Very
they are
popular
books. So we're doing a release party the week before the book comes out. So come to the library, hang out, look for it on our event calendar. Another poppin' good time at the library
So bad.
is Popcorn Day. So Popcorn Day is actually on a Sunday this year, which we're closed Sunday. So Saturday, January 18th, right? Yeah. We are doing Popcorn Day at the library. So stop by between 10 and 12. We'll have popcorn and some fixins out for y'all. Oh, that sounded really country.
That's
sorry.
okay. It's all right. Yeah, I'm also doing a Valentine's Day wreath that day, so we'll both be at the library. So come for popcorn, do a craft, talk about dragons, talk about dogs. We're there. It's always a good time.
The little children's, it's also Preschool Palooza Day.
Yeah.
So with Linda from our youth services, so they bring in preschools from around the area, so you can come ask questions at preschools, get information. So that's also that day, January 18th. Hot stuff.
Birds. Moving on to birds.
So last year, we did a bunch of programs to help promote the Great Backyard Bird Count, which is a worldwide citizen science initiative between Cornell University and the Audubon Society. Yeah, lots of words there. So what it is they ask everyone all over the world to go outside for at least 15 minutes sometime during a 4-day period, which is President's Day weekend for us, and just look, observe, count birds, and turn that in. They've got a couple of apps you can do it on to help track bird numbers in different areas and migratory patterns around the world. So we'll have bird trivia, bird seed ornaments, birding by ear, a couple of bird programs.
Yeah,
Not much to tweet about, but it'll be fun.
Oh my gosh. Okay, lots of programs. Well, as you can see, does that seem like enough programming? You would think that. But wait, there's more. We have over 15 monthly programs for adults that occur every single month in the library. From book clubs, from social clubs to we have a gentle grief group. We have a dementia support group. So you can find anything at the library, between all the specialty programs that go on that we just talked about to regular monthly meetings. Please make sure you visit our events calendar at ptlibrary.org. Go under the What's Happening tab, scroll down to the events calendar, and you can see everything that's going on every month in the library. We recommend you check it often because, as you can see, there's always something going on. There are programs that do require registrations. Other, you're just welcome to, just pop in and join us with. And if you don't get our newsletter, please make sure that you do sign up for our newsletter, because then you will get all the information about when these upcoming programs are happening.
And if you have any questions, give us a call.
Absolutely. Or if you want to talk
Specifically
about
Dani.
dogs, dragons, whatever. All right, I'm sure they've had enough of us, so we need to toss this back
We're
over
going to take a quick time out and bring
Mary
and Dianne.
Mary and
I forgot
Dianne
Diane's
back.
name. Sorry,
Yeah.
Dianne.
The
We're
other
gonna bring them
awesome
back
elf.
out here. The two lesser elves back out here. And Mary's going to tell us.
said it, not me.
Yeah, I did. I meant it. Mary's going to tell us about some things that you might be looking forward to. No,
some
Books.
important books. Some
Books.
important
Books,
books in
January.
nonfiction. Yeah.
Every January, we remind viewers that the new year is a time for resolutions, and the library will, as usual, have books on display on resolution topics, like quitting smoking, cutting back on drinking, exercising more, and eating healthy. You know, the usual suspects.
Yeah, and we know what happens by February the 1st. You've broken all your resolutions. There's lots of extra treadmills at the gym.
Sorry, just eat the cookie. Life is short. Eat the cookie.
That's right, but still the self-help industry continues to publish these books, so we're going to continue to display them. But my idea for a resolution this year for our library users is for them to make at least one in-person visit to our library each month. Because so many books are available as e-books and e-audiobooks, we've kind of spoiled our patrons. They use their phones or their Kindles to read, and they don't get out of the habit of actually coming into our building to browse. Reading in that way is very helpful, especially to patrons who have mobility issues or can't drive anymore. But there's nothing like physically stopping in to see what's new.
Exactly, and you know there are a lot of really good-looking people in Peters Township, so we'd like to have them come in and visit us. We like to see your face.
It's about the UPS driver.
Our nonfiction topic this month is that we've updated our medical section with new books about common routine medical procedures. So maybe the upcoming year you are actually anticipating having some kind of milestone procedure, like maybe you're finally going to get your cataract surgery or just LASIK to correct your nearsightedness. And we should have pictures of, there they are, of the book covers that I'm talking about. Or you might be considering getting dental implants, or finally face the fact that you need hearing aids. Or if one of your joints has worn out.
Just one joint.
Just one joint at a time.
Turns like
Yeah, we're often pending more than one at a time. So if your joint is worn out and needs replacing, we do have books available on these topics. Just because something medical is more routine doesn't mean you wouldn't want to read up on it in advance. And we want to be medically literate on these topics.
A lot of times the medical terminology could be really difficult for our patrons to read and understand.
Yeah, that's why these titles are written at the layman's level, so that if you read them, you can be a good medical consumer. And also a couple of years ago, we expanded our books about cancer. And recently, we acquired a few more about the therapies. We didn't really have anything about these topics, so we have now one on radiation therapy, chemotherapy, and also immunotherapy. As always, you can find these books upstairs in the nonfiction stacks at Dewey Decimal Number.
Dewey!
You have a cowbell for the Dewey Decimal Number now? That's a really loud gobba.
There's a drinking game you don't know about where people take a shot every time Mary says Dewey.
Okay,
We
well-
have the Township drunk, we know why.
And Melville Dewey is just turning over in his grave right now. 616.994 is the cancer section, and routine medical procedures can be found at 617 surgery. So
Yeah, in all seriousness though, Mary, this is really important because you're right. Being able to understand, people really have to advocate for their own health right now and to
Right.
understand it, and it is a great thing to.
and you can't
think about.
Google, you can't always Google
You
everything.
cannot
so-
Google.
yeah,
No,
so.
no.
But
Or you do.
And then you
When
get
you
bad,
should.
yeah, and you go down a bad, unhappy rabbit hole. So definitely,
scare the heck out of yourselves.
Yeah.
But speaking of books about any topic, I'm hoping that we will be talking about books with Christmas topics. I heard there's some elves with some perhaps book presents.
let's go to Crazy Elf to explain what we're doing today.
Hi, we drew names out of a bag. Not this bag, but this is a good bag.
The evidence bag.
The evidence bag. We drew names out of a bag and decided we'd pick out books for each other. So
This is
I
fun.
picked out Mary.
There you go.
Mary, here is your book.
Okay.
And
Get festive for the-
Mary,
Financial jokes for financial folks. My husband is a CPA, and most of the stuff for him is not funny at all. So I really appreciate this.
I know tax season is right around the
It
corner.
is.
You already started lamenting. So just a little preview. Why weren't they
love
able
it.
to sell the Eiffel or the Leaning Tower of Pisa?
I don't know why.
It had a lien on it.
Well, since you gave me one, I'll give you one.
Oh, geez. Sorry, that was a weird laugh.
Sydney's never received a gift before.
I was a middle child. It was just hand-me-down.
Just hand me down.
There's a story behind this.
Tell your story.
I always joke with her that the most exciting book in the library is Electrical Wiring for Dummies. Now, we have to hurry and get the other
Okay,
one.
all right.
yeah,
Looks
let's
like
go.
it's really
at the same time.
Switch. Look how nice ours are.
I
See, we got the
know.
right person.
We really care.
yeah, we
Want to keep
do
the bag
care.
too?
Yes,
It's
thank you.
nice. You can re-gift that.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I'm curious to see. All right.
Oh, the book of accent. Is this because I fall down a lot?
No, that's a whole other conversation for a different day. But no, Dianne is a big fan of Stephen King,
Yes.
of horror,
Yes.
of apocalyptic fiction, and this is the Book of Accidents by Chuck Wendig. A lot of comparisons to him being the new
good.
Stephen King. But
All
I'm
right.
going to need it back because I started it
Okay,
and
no.
I liked it. So,
It's a horror book.
oh, I'm liking this. Christmas, Cabernet, and Chaos.
Yes.
So I'm saying that
it's-
right now. Am I not? I just.
It's been described as the Golden Girls meet Thelma and Louise.
Oh my gosh!
So,
Oh,
you know,
happy
so a little
holidays.
Thelma and Louise.
I love it. And I guess the Golden Girls out where
We're golden.
Okay.
Well, that was fun.
Reading, everybody.
Merry
Yeah.
Christmas, guys. Well, we'll be back in a few months with another edition of Booked
excited
Up.
about
In the meantime, let us help you get booked up with new library programs, clubs, and books. The Peters Township Library is open Monday through Thursday from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. and Friday and Saturday 9 to 4. The library is closed on Sundays and on December 24th and 25th and January 1st. We close at 4 p.m. on December 31st. So, because we're wild and crazy and want to go out and celebrate. But don't worry, we are always open online at ptlibrary.org. See you at the library.
Happy holidays, everybody. She better not start wiring stuff because you gave her this book. I'm just saying.
What's the worst that could happen?
There's a lot of bad stuff that can happen. I'm going to say that
If
right
you need
now.
any help.
No. I'm not
Okay,
Christmas.
bye.
Happy holidays.